So this is a Twitter post that he had posted this on Twitter last Friday night. As you can see, it's a picture from his 80th birthday party in Palm Beach, Florida. If Arizona authorities can't find me by tomorrow morning, 1, they must dismiss the indictment. 2, they must concede they can't count votes. We actually had 2 agents in Florida at the time who were sitting outside the party waiting to see if he would leave to serve him a summons. About an hour after that post, the agents saw him leaving and then served him a summons to appear today. Later that the party was not a surprise, by the way. It was reported in newspapers before. 2,000 Democrats and 200 Democrats and Republicans. I told them where I'd be, and I accepted service like a gentleman. That is not a true statement. Mr. Giuliani he did not tell us where he was going to be. He has never, although we served him, it's, I guess, semantics on whether he accepted service like a gentleman or not. But he has shown no intent to comply with legal process in Arizona for this case. Yesterday, I received a phone call from a New York attorney who is not licensed in Arizona and was not representing Mr. Giuliani to inquire about appearing virtually. I told him I would object to a virtual appearance given the problems that we've had serving Mr. Giuliani a summons and his behavior in this case. So at this point, rather than go back through this process of trying to serve him again if he does not appear, I would just ask that the court order he appear in Arizona within 30 days for booking procedures and to post a $10,000 cash bond.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Giuliani, would you like to respond before the court issues a ruling?
First of all, it was publicly known where I was going to be when they came to serve me. I didn't know about it, but it was publicly known by all the people who came there. So by the time I got there, I knew that they would now know exactly where I was. I've been on the radio, on television and the radio every day since this indictment started announcing where I am. So I haven't been hiding from anyone. The reason for the difficulty to get up to my apartment in New York is it's a 10-story apartment building. I have a fair number of threats, including death threats, and I don't have security any longer since I've been in bankruptcy. So I have very, very strict rules about who gets up and who doesn't. And as you might imagine, some people do pretend to be all kinds of things in order to get up and harass you. Some of which has happened to me over the years. I still have death threats that go back to the time I was in not just public service, but 4 years ago there was an attempt to kill me by the Iranian government. Very well documented and tried in France. Then another one tried in the Netherlands. There are threats here.
Mr. Giuliani, I'm going to go ahead and issue or modify the release conditions. I believe that I previously said. Counsel, could you repeat that you were asking the defendant to or appear in Arizona within
30 days, Judge.
All right. And what else? What other requests were you making?
I was requesting a $10,000 cash bond. I think Mr. Giuliani mentioned large financial judgments against him, and I do not think the court should be a secondary secured creditor.
No, I think a
so
bond
you're asking for a cash bond?
Yes.
It would be totally punitive. I've been indicted in Georgia. I've appeared on every occasion.
Okay.
I've been sued about 20 to 25 times by a very, very similar movement to this one, which is the let's see what we can do to destroy Donald Trump movement.
Okay, give me just a moment. Okay, sir.
I do consider this indictment a complete embarrassment to the American legal system, but I've shown no tendency not to comply. I show up for every court appearance, and there must have been about 20 to 30 of them. There is no history of my being a flight risk, which is the basis
I understand your position.
Bail.
Thank you, sir.
I think it'd be outrageous if you set a bond in this completely political case that comes very, very late.
All right, sir.
It was brought 3
do, but I need to move on. Give me just a moment. I understand what your position is regarding release conditions. You want him to appear in Arizona within 30 days to do...
To self-report for booking procedures
okay.
and post the bond, Your Honor.
All right, then. I'll adopt the release conditions as requested by the state. However, with respect to the bond, I'll set a secured appearance bond rather than a cash bond with respect to the release conditions. In addition, sir, I will endorse some of the standard release conditions that will be on the release order that you'll receive. Did I do the dates?
Thank you.
I gave you the dates, sir. The release conditions, I believe.
You did. I have the date.
All right, then.
Thank you.
Anything else from the state?
Nothing else, Your Honor.
Thank you. We'll be in recess as to this matter. Thank you, sir.
May I ask one question, Your Honor? How do I arrange the? I have to appear within 30 days, and I will. But how do I arrange that?
Do you want him to self-submit to the sheriff's department or to the?
To the sheriff's department, Judge.
You need to appear in the sheriff's department for that booking. Okay.
Oh, I just have to
Maricopa
show
County
up.
Sheriff's Department. I beg your pardon?
Okay.
You have to
I got
post.
it. Okay.
Well, you have to post a secured appearance bond as well.
And that entails, what does that entail?
That was the $10,000 secured appearance bond.
You set a bond of $10,000.
We did, secured appearance bond. All right. All right, we'll be in recess as to this matter.